Hey, good evening, Internet. Alright, so I am arguing with Onion fans on Twitter right now, trying to defend Joy Sparkles a little bit and criticize Onision because, honestly, he's not the most trustworthy of sources on certain things. And, I'm not saying he's an all-out liar. There's plenty of things I believe him. I believe he does love his wife, even though he doesn't always show it. I believe that he does want to help his fans out, just doesn't do it in the best of ways. And I also believe that he's going to try and sue Joy for slander and among other things. And I'm like, slander is one of the hardest things to prove because you can't necessarily prove someone's intentions unless they outwardly say it, and even then you're never sure. Just like it's really one of the most difficult things on the planet to prove in the court of law. And honestly, I don't think he has a case. Neither him or Lainey has a case. And they're also trying to get a suit going to claim that Joy was trying to target them and threaten them. And the way Joy speaks and the way she talks, I personally cannot see that happening. It would have to be some extreme ass motherfucking thing for her to actually go out and go boom, hit them and attack them and whatever. Especially considering, as far as we know, she doesn't have their numbers, she doesn't have their contact info, she doesn't know where they live, and so on and so forth. And honestly, Onision stalks Jacqueline more than Joy does stalk Onision and Lainey. And I agree with Joy in the sense that she's trying to help the two of them understand that they're adults, they need to adult more. And I'm only 20, I have struggles too. I'm not the most perfect person on the planet, but there are certain points when a 30-plus-year-old is acting more childish than me, than teenage me, and so on and so forth. They're just sitting here like, what is going through their minds and what is making them right now, and what's going through their heads and how they're so two-faced. Like, they're one way on camera, then they're another way to each other and their friends and in life. Even when Jacqueline said she did the collabs with them, or at least with Onision, she said that he was very different, but also kind of the same when she was there and got a weird vibe off of him. And clearly they're not really doing any collabs with each other anymore. And it's just sitting here like, what we need to figure out a way to where we can trust what Onision says, to where we can trust what Lainey says. I'm not saying everything he says is a lie. There are some topics I believe him on and whatnot, and him trying to defend his wife is one of them. She's a sweet girl overall, despite her attacking Joy after the live stream, despite certain things. It just seems like she's a victim of circumstance, and so is he. They are struggling in a situation, and they put too many eggs in the YouTube basket. And because Onision has, 5 or 6 channels right now outside of Lainey's channel. All of them are dying off. They have, 1.2 million subscribers almost each. And he's getting maybe 30 to 40,000 views of video, sometimes less, unless he creates some sort of drama. So he is struggling right now in that sense, and he's trying to live a lifestyle that he can't afford anymore. He needs to cut back. He needs to sell some stuff. He needs to live a lesser lifestyle and hopefully stay living that lesser lifestyle so he can have more money in case a situation like this occurs. And that's honestly what Joy is probably trying to help here, and I can see that. She wants to help Onision. She wants to help Lainey in the sense, but it just, there's so much, especially since Onision is putting so much out there in the public eye that he really shouldn't. There's some private information you need to keep private. Him saying that he's being audited by the IRS is one of those. We don't need to know that, and you should also not have to claim your house as a business expense. To me, that's just stupid. Like, it's more of a living expense than it is a business expense, but that's a different topic entirely. And I'm just sitting here like, Onision, you need to learn to grow up. You need to learn to, I don't know, just be more adult. I'm struggling with that right now. I'm living in my parents' guest room right now, as you could tell by the unicorns. Those are my mom's, like, favorite things. It's sitting here like, I'm struggling to adult right now. I'm currently working at a fast food joint, and I'm trying to grow my YouTube channel. But I'm not going to stick all my eggs in this one basket, because clearly I'm not making enough on YouTube to even consider it a part-time job. So it's definitely a hobby. It's definitely something that I'm striving to grow on, but the money's not that important for me. I could easily live without all this expensive, extravagant shit, and I don't need to end up having 3 houses. 1 house is fine, and I love where I'm loving a part of the situation that I'm in right now. And so this is just sitting here like, Onision needs to figure his shit out. Figure out what he wants to do. Because this is something my mom always tells me. She always tells me that I'm floating through life. That I'm not making things happen. I'm letting them happen to me. And at this moment, that's what Onision is doing. Onision is floating through life. He's not making them happen. He's just kind of rolling with the punches and going on that roller coaster. And he's stuck in the same loop. He's not expanding his content. He's not changing it to work with the way YouTube is now and how it's not necessarily advertiser friendly. He needs to change up his content to where people will be attracted to it again. He has too many hit pieces on other YouTubers. He has too much things that could be construed as bullying and abuse on his channel. He has too much of this negative content that just isn't appealing to most people, and why like 80% of his subscriber base isn't watching his videos anymore. They're skipping his content. They're not liking what he produces. He's too repetitive. He's too much of the same. He's not changing as YouTube's changing. He's not changing as the world's changing around him. He's still the same Onision that he was when he started his channel. He hasn't changed. I've changed a shit ton in the 6 years, not just because I was like 11 or 12 when I made my channel, but because I've changed as a person. I've changed my political viewpoints. I've changed so many things in the last 6 years that my content is drastically different. It's drastically different almost each week because I don't put myself in that box. That could be what's hurting, and I've made a video about this before, but that could be what's hurting my channel itself, in the sense of I'm not too consistent. And the problem too is Onision is too consistent. It's the same thing each video, the same format, the same way he speaks, the same general topic at hand. And some of his videos just are gross, they're pervy, they're whatever, that he needs to change it up. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you think Joy's in the clear. Let me know if you agree with Onision and Lainey. Let me know if you want to help them, because they're in a troubled spot right now and they need the help. Suing Joy or getting a lawsuit or getting a criminal case with Joy is not going to help them at all, especially because she has not done anything legally wrong. And it's sitting here like they need help. Whether it's the skeptic community and those who disagree with them stepping in to help them in one way or another, or them finding a way to help themselves, whether it's getting Lainey's dad back in the picture to help them in whether it's financial or legal reasons or whatever, or getting help from Lainey's sister even under certain circumstances. They need to figure their own shit out right now. And right now, I don't see them doing that. So, Onision, Lainey, I wish you the best of luck. I hope that you guys figure this shit out and change your shit enough to where you can go back on that upwards hill instead of falling down and crashing like a bunch of eggshells. Because you are just not helping yourselves in this situation. Seriously, so if you like this video, let me know. Let me know what you think down below. Do you follow Onision? Do you follow Lainey? Do you follow this situation at all? Do you even know who the hell they are? Just let me know down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Get back! Oh, hold on. Oh, so I could have a cute puppy in the thumbnail. I has a puppy. Hi, puppy. Hi, puppy. Hi, puppy. Puppy, 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 puppy.